Alright guys, so to start off this video, I wanted to show you the details up close of my modification so that your Tacamo kit can accept these Squarehead mags instead of the round color ones, which are obviously far better design. So what I'm going to do right now is just got my marker set up all here, just the base, kind of stripped down so I can show you, get right to the nitty gritty I guess. I'm going to show you just how these square mags fit in here and just some stuff along that. So first of all, as you can see, they fit in pretty good. What I'll do here is take this mag wall off to show you my modification. When you send your kit in to me, you're going to need to send in 4 parts. Parts are your 2 receiver halves, both sides. I'll need your breech cover, this part as well as the mag well. Those are the only 4 parts that I'll need to modify in order to make your Tacamo kit accept these Milsig Squarehead mags. So I'll take this off and show you. First thing I do is cut out the mag well right here. As you can see, it's square. There's no longer that circle. I got rid of that material. I've got a picture which I'll show up and post up here that shows kind of the difference. So this is the first thing I'll do, modify your mag well. Set that off to the side. Next thing I'll do is put it into a mill. If none of you are familiar with that, a mill is a really common manufacturing machine used for all sorts of stuff. I put your marker here, your receiver halves with this side breech cover on, inside the mill, and cut out this square hole. Hopefully I can get that to focus in there for you. And I'll also post up a picture of my modification next to a kit that hasn't been modified, so you can see the difference as well for those of you unfamiliar with it. But as you see, I cut out a square hole. It may be kind of hard to see here. I'm trying to get the camera to focus up close. But as you can see, the barrel adapter from let's see if I can zoom that. There we go. How it's cut out kind of sticks up into that square hole that I cut. That works out just fine because the curvature of the head on these Squarehead magazines fits around that just perfectly. So with your mag wall on, it'll fit in there just fine. Hopefully you can see that this silver bar is caught and it'll move back. There you go, you can see that. It moves back as the mag will slid in to feed your paint. So that's what I do. It's simple, but man, this is a great mod because these magazines work so good. So I'll get in close here. If you can look, you can kind of see here the tiniest part of the spring, tiniest part is exposed. It's just really the edge. It hasn't affected performance at all, but to get that Squarehead to fit in there, you do have to cut out, and just a little tiny bit of the bolt is exposed right there, but it is absolutely not a lot. It doesn't affect it at all, just to kind of show you the details up close there. So there's that. So after I cut this out, what I do is file down. There's kind of some sharp edges they created on these 4 corners. File those down so it's smooth, so there's not even a chance your paint as it's feeding in will catch anything. And so that's how I'll mod it. So I'll put this back together and just kind of show you that these do in fact feed. So I've got 20 round Squarehead magazine right here. I'm going to put just one paintball in it right here. Wind it just a little. Push it up to the top. Okay. So it's kind of hard to do this behind the camera. So I'm going to push that in. You'll see how the paintball feeds up. Hopefully you can see that yellow right there. So the ball's been chambered, and this does in fact work. So I'll take that out. I'll also show you, run away on me. We'll pick that up in a second. Next I'll show you how the first strike mounts. And before I forget, I got to give a shout out to Troopster from the X7ownersgroup.net. He was kind enough to offer, I didn't even ask him, kind enough to offer to let me borrow one of these magazines for testing. So big shout out to him. He's a great guy. So I'll show you how the first strike rounds also fit and feed. I'll show you right there. As you can see, there's no paintball in the breech. Kind of try and keep my hand out of the way here so I can show you how it feeds. Now the Squarehead mags are a hair wider than the 20 round ones, so you got to give a little extra push getting them in the mag well, but I'll show you here that they do fit. See, you could hear it click. I pull down, it's not coming out. You can see that the follower is pushed up pushing paintballs, and if I turn like that, hopefully you can see the shiny of that. There you go. First strike round inside the breech. So with my modification, you can have first strike round ready Phenom already, no waiting for the D mags to come out. And the best part is you don't even have to switch your mag well. You can switch between your 20 round mags and first strike mags instantly, no having to swatch a mag for the new D mags and then put the old one back on if you want to use the 20 rounders, that kind of thing. So one last point I forgot to mention. When I've got a couple mags here, hopefully I can slide these in here. I've got a couple Squarehead mags. I'll be buying some more. When you send in your kit to have me modify it, I'll test all of these and make sure they all fit. The ones I get, I'll make sure they all fit. And if one of them doesn't fit good, I fine tune it so it will. Just to show you something, if your magazine aren't going in completely smooth, just because these kits, as some of us know, are out of tolerance, what I do is take your mag catch out here. Hopefully I can get this to unwind. It's kind of awkward to do this behind the camera. I'll take your mag catch off right here. Just unscrew this. It'll come out eventually. There we go. Oh, lost my spring and stuff. I'll grab that in a sec. And I file down. Hopefully I can get the side view here. Can't really get the camera to focus. This part right there, we go. This part right there that sticks out, that's what catches your magazine. I'll take a file and file that down just a little bit. When I modified my kit right here, I didn't have to do that. My mag slid in, caught perfectly. You could hear them click and feel them click. But when I modified my first two customers' kits, this is Wolfpack Bulldog's a modified Tacamo kit from the X7 owners group, as well as Ghost Wolf S1's kit. So you can see I've got 3 modified Tacamo kits here. Turn these mags in, these mag wells, so you can see the silver where I cut it out in there, as well as that one. On both of these I had to take these out and file down that edge just a little to get it to fit just right. But on mine I didn't have to. So when you send your kit in, it's a really custom thing. I take my time and make sure I do it right, make sure it's working good before I send it off to you. Alright, something that I wanted to show you guys as well is the mag going into my modification with the breech cover off so you can see how it feeds. So I'm just going to take my mag well off here so I can remove this part here. Pop it off, you get a look, you can kind of see the side view, what this will look like with your breech cover off once I've modified this. So I've got the breech cover off now, so what I'm going to do is grab a magazine here, let's see, with paintball in it so you can see how it feeds. Got a ball right there. I'm going to put it into the mag well, show you how it fits up in there. Now you'll notice the paintball didn't shoot up into the breech. The reason being is the modified, you see the cutout there, this modified breech cover has to be in there so it can catch the other side of this silver plate. If you notice, if I grab it, pull it down, the paintball just shot right up in there. So it won't be feeding if you don't have your breech cover on. So if you get a close-up look in there, as you can see, something kind of nice about the Squarehead magazines is they're just a hair taller than the round collar magazines, which means that the red follower inside these mags can go up further. This results in a lot less space that this paintball can jiggle around. As you can see, I can kind of move it, but just barely. I noticed with my kit, before I made this modification, had my round collar mags in there, this paintball could move a lot. It'd wobble around because the red follower in there, or the follower, couldn't go up as far. That also meant that, looking down the breech end of it, the paintball kind of sat into the mag a little, giving it, though I didn't have that problem, giving it the, at least physically, the chance to chop it when the bolt would fly forward. That paintball was too far down in the mag still, the follower couldn't push it up as far as the Squarehead mags can. Gave it the chance to chop the last ball you were shooting. So my modification and using the Squarehead mags will make your kit even more reliable, which is obviously a bonus. So what I'm going to do right now is take this out, do kind of the same thing with first strike mag here, show you how they feed and sit up in there. So I'll pop my magazine in. Again, you got to push it just a little bit more to get it to catch. There we go, so you can hear it. The reason, like I was talking about before, that I filed down the mag catch is so you can hear it click in. With these kits that I modified Over here, the mags would fit in, but it wouldn't have that satisfying click, so I did it just to make it perfect. Anyway, so as you can see, the round didn't feed again because this was not pulled back by the breech cover, but if I pull that down, oh, kind of wanted to come out a little, you can see the first check round shoots right up in there, and it fits the bolt face, so the stock bolt, just perfectly. I've shot this and there's no chance that I've pulled rounds out. I'll shoot one, pull my mag out, look at the top round, and none of these fins are clipped at all. As far as pricing goes, to have me modify one of these kits for you, it's only $45. And that includes USPS priority return shipping. If you'd like different shipping arrangements, you can just contact me and we'll work it out. If it's faster, it'll obviously be a little more expensive. But it's only $45 for me to modify your kit for you. It'll allow you to use the Squarehead magazines. And I'm doing a kind of first time offer. The only kits that I've performed this modification on are the Phenom ones. But I'm interested, I want to, you know, we all want the Squarehead mags, they work better. And so I'm offering kind of an incentive program. For the first person of you who sends me in either a MK5 kit for the A5 and a 98 Alpha Black, what else is there? Sierra or Carver one, I forget all of them. All kind of the 98 custom based ones. Since they're all the same kit. I'm offering a incentive, which is only $30 for me to modify that kit. You'll pay for the shipping to ship your kit to me. I'll see if I can modify it. If I can, I'll only charge you the $30, which includes the return shipping, and then I'll ship it back to you. If I figure out that it can't work, I'll send you your money back, send you your kit back, and no harm done. Your kit will be working just the way it was. And just to finish off, I want to show you that all three of these kits work. Right after this, I'll be doing a shooting video, and I'll put a link to it here in the video, so you can see me testing out these kits and shooting them, and see just how good they work with both the normal paintballs with 20 round mags, as well as the first strike ones. And so to just finish off, I just want to show you that these all do work. There you go. And by the way, the hopper adapter kit still works great on it.